If you updated your OBS version to any time after the 27.2.4 version, you should be having some horrible performance issues. So I didn't realize about this, but back when in July, when there was my birthday, after that we had an update that completely ruined the streaming game. To be clear, the streaming was still good in OBS compared to the other platform, but it became sort of more like Streamlabs. You know how Streamlabs taxes your CPU and GPU a lot. It was basically like that. Okay, and I kept on wondering if this is the main reason. So a person Zdrift uploaded this particular thing. So he did this benchmark on CSGO. So without OBS he is getting 500 FPS, and with OBS he was getting merely 300 FPS. That's a 200 FPS loss, and that is even more if you actually do it on a slower system like mine, like an older laptop or something. And back in this footage was recorded in July. Back then it didn't matter that much, even though this was a different system. The specs were actually pretty same. So I will tell you my story. I was actually on, okay, yeah, let's open the book check. I was on i7-4702 and now I am on i5-8250U. Both are, weak processors, but they basically score almost the same amount. In fact, this one's scoring a bit better in all the scores, and the system and even the graphics card. So it was, I think, 740. Yes, MX 140 versus, I hate user benchmark website. So yeah, and even in the GPU I was also better. So I kept wondering why wasn't I able. And it's not I upload or do anything at high resolution. I was basically 720p 30, and I was playing the game at a very low resolution. So today finally I uninstalled the latest version. I deleted everything, all the settings and all, and I went to the, which version is it again, 27.2.4. so this was the version before the August version. If you go to the OBS project, it should be the stable version, not the beta version, before the beta. So this is the version 27.2.4, and if you go below, there were a lot of changes there, and you can actually download the whichever system you are. So I would highly suggest you go back to OBS Studio, older version, and this will it actually isn't using my CPU as much, as barely 4-5%. And before this, on the newer version, I was, okay, you cannot see it, let me show you. Before this version I was actually, this was going 20-25% or even 40% sometimes on same settings. So this is weird. Whatever it is, I think they are pushing more towards the higher system. What usually happens is when the average system grows in popularity, developers start targeting the higher systems. So I'm guessing that is happening because it's been 6 months and even the newer version is not performing as well. And that was the reason what OBS was known for its high performance. This is too much of a difference, and I suggest you go back to the this version 27.2.4. I will link everything in the comment, not in description box. Okay, see you.